when you watch the game last night, let's not forget the first three quarters. So the most games in NFL history where a quarterback has a 140-plus passer rating, Lamar Jackson is now right behind Drew Brees and will eventually pass him, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and maybe Tom Brady. So he's never been given enough credit as a pocket passer. And he wasn't great his first year and a half. But he averaged, Lamar Jackson last night, and I know people, they dig into a position and they want to be right, not necessarily get it right. Lamar Jackson averaged 11 yards from the pocket and 11 on the ground. Now, he had a scramble last night that maybe the second or third, it's a top three quarterback scramble I've ever seen in my life. Nobody's ever played the position like him. But I thought last night was on Derrick Henry's fumble. And it happens. People fumble. I mean, Sam Darnold bumped into his own teammates. Seattle was going to win. Then they lost. Fumbles, we saw it against Dallas. Remember the running back fumbled? George Pickens later got a penalty. I mean, Dallas, Seattle, and Baltimore could have come out of the weekend with wins. But I know he lost, but the first three quarters, to go up against, McDermott's a defensive coach, that's one of the tougher places to play. I mean, look at this run right here. This is against pro athletes. These are pro athletes. It covered 76 yards, a 20-yard loss into a 20-yard gain. It's just, there's nothing like Lamar. Now, there is a distinction. Whereas Josh Allen, he's not winning enough in the postseason, but he's played spectacularly well. It does feel with Lamar in the postseason that he aces all the tests in the regular year and then bombs the final. And that does affect the grade. How you do on the midterm and the final, especially the final, usually your college prof or your high school teacher, the final is like 30 to 50% of the grade. So it does matter. Peyton Manning for years and years struggled in the postseason. It does ding your resume. There's a reason we talk more Elway than Dan Marino. Elway got to multiple Super Bowls. Dan got the one and lost. So,
no, listen, this conversation, and I'm not going to steer this conversation too much in terms of the playoffs right now, because I think it's week one, man. It's week one. Like, just to start comparing this all to the playoffs. But the difference is this. It's the Ravens as a whole in the playoffs. Okay, it's not just like Lamar bombs the final because Lamar just plays fundamentally poorly. He loses the ability to do these amazing scrambles. It's just that Lamar Jackson throughout the season has these insane moments like that one scramble. But he can't get away with it every single time because he's a human being. And it's a similar argument that I made about actually with Josh Allen, because Josh Allen played out of his mind in this game. Okay? And yet he clearly could have lost. And if he lost and this was the playoffs, they would have said, oh, see, he just can't step up big when it matters most. He made a bad throw in the end zone. That 2-point conversion wasn't a good throw. And it's like, that's not why they lost. What are you talking about? And they try to make that claim during when he plays the Chiefs, whatever it may be. And it's always nonsense. Always nonsense. And same thing here now with Lamar Jackson. It's just like, when Lamar Jackson does all of the insane stuff that he does, yeah, there's going to be a time that you get the ball stripped from you and you fumble, like he did against the Chiefs. Against the Bills last year. And it was just an unfortunate time that happened. And it's not like he fumbled in that moment because he choked and it was the playoffs and the pressure got to him. It's just, no, man, that's just the way that would happen. Steph Curry has missed threes in playoff games. He's missed free throws in playoff games. Just the way it happens. Does that mean he's not good enough? Or that the moment got to him? It's like, no, you just can't do it every single time. And this is the problem with both the Bills and the Ravens. That there's too many moments, especially in the playoffs, that they need their quarterback to be special. Now, I believe personally that on all of these teams, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills, whatever, that the Bills ask Josh Allen to be special the most amount of times. And then the second place team would be the Ravens. And then a team like the Chiefs are in the distant third when I'm just looking at these three teams. And yet in the regular season, make no mistake about it, right? Derrick Henry is balling. Lamar Jackson throwing to wide open receivers and getting some amazing yards after catch. And Lamar Jackson is still balling in his own right. Make no mistake about it. But then the playoffs happen, and it's like Derrick Henry doesn't go for 180 yards, right? Zay Flowers isn't coming up big and making these. In fact, he's reaching over the end zone and fumbling the ball and then getting a taunting penalty, right? There is an abandonment of Derrick Henry in random pockets of the game, right? There is a fumble, a drop pass, like all of that type of stuff. I mean, like, look at the Ravens, or excuse me, look at the Bills. The Bills dropped multiple absolute gorgeous passes. They were making it harder for Josh Allen. And this is where it's kind of a bummer, because I know Ravens fans and Bills fans obviously have a rivalry. Lamar fans, Josh Allen fans have a rivalry. I'm lucky because I'm an outside looking in, and so I can actually truly appreciate this game. And I think a lot of times fans watch this game, and if you're a Bills fan or a Josh Allen fan, you're like, oh, Lamar Jackson's not that special. And Lamar Jackson fans are watching this game, they're like, oh, Josh Allen got lucky, right? Like, and it's just like, no. Like, try our best just to see for what it is. It's just greatness everywhere. And saying that the Ravens have a better team and that they support Lamar Jackson, like the Ravens supported Lamar Jackson, I thought, way more throughout this game. Way more. Just by virtue of being able to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry and have him go beast mode matters significantly. But then obviously they couldn't stop Josh Allen. You fumble the ball, and boom. Like, if you're a Ravens fan and you lose this game, I actually feel better about the Ravens than I do about the Bills, because you needed Josh Allen to play absolutely out of his mind. People are debating whether that was the best game of his career, just for him to win 41-40. This was not Lamar Jackson's best game of his career, and they had that game won. And they had that game won pretty easily. Like, even if the Chiefs, I'm messing up all these names right now, but I'm watching this game, I'm taking my notes. And so, like anyone, I'm starting to already reach my conclusions, right? There's 10 minutes, however many time left. It just felt like that the Ravens were going to win this game. And I'm thinking to myself, I actually even commented in the comment section where I was just like, oh, this is going to be interesting. I can't wait for everyone now to say, see, Lamar Jackson's better than Josh Allen, because it's every time these guys play each other, anytime any of the quarterbacks play each other, it's always, see, I told you so-and-so is better than Mahomes, or I told you so, Mahomes is better. It's like whoever wins. And I just remember thinking to myself, no blame goes on either of these quarterbacks right now. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you know what? Maybe because Josh Allen is Josh Allen, this game will end a little bit closer, right? Like, it'll be a 7-point game or an 8-point game or whatever. And Josh Allen's going to throw for 300 yards, et cetera, et cetera. But my conclusion was going to be yeah, and it ended up being close. But the Ravens controlled that game start to finish. They were in charge. It was so much easier. Life was easier for Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry was just literally felt like he was untouched. Zay Flowers eating. It was just really, really good. The defense was able to disrupt Josh Allen as best as they could and all that. And you just felt good about it. But then, of course, obviously, things started slowing down, and obviously the Bills win. But when it's all said and done, I'm not coming here saying, oh, Josh Allen outdueled Lamar Jackson, or if Lamar Jackson was better, or the Ravens made such fatal mistakes. A lot of people are blaming Harbaugh for this loss, and I've criticized Harbaugh a ton throughout 23, 24. I've criticized him plenty, and I kept saying, why does he not get criticism? I don't understand. But the takeaway from this game is not, to me, oh, Harbaugh lost this game or the Ravens lost this game. It's just I don't know, man. I leaving this game, I feel better about the Ravens. If the Ravens and the Bills played each other again next week, because that was just how the schedule unfolded, and they play each other next week in the playoffs, wild card round, I mean, you would feel more comfortable and confident picking the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens felt genuinely dominant. They felt more organized. Like I said, the Ravens, at least in that game, made life easier for Lamar Jackson. They were able to score so easily. Lamar Jackson didn't have to throw a ton, and it was effortless. Like I talked about in my Bills breakdown video. I mean, he threw 19 passes. He only threw 19 passes. And again, I'm not down. You guys have seen my Jalen Hurts videos. I'm not saying, oh, he didn't do good because he didn't throw the ball 30 times and throw for 300 yards. But it is a testament to what the team needs him to do. Josh Allen had 46 pass attempts, 33 completions. He had nearly double the completions that Lamar Jackson had attempts. And again, 6 carries for 7 yards. Even just the carries, it was only 6 carries. It's not like he needed to carry a million times. Josh Allen had to carry the ball 14 times. So what the Ravens are able to build and the success that they're able to have, Derrick Henry going 18 carries for 169 yards. He averaged 9.4 yards per attempt. I mean, like, that's just insanity. He was absolutely untouched. So the way how him and Lamar Jackson can feed off of, and again, make no mistake about it, this whole rant that I'm saying is, I fear some people will be like, this downplays Lamar Jackson, and that's not at all. Lamar Jackson contributes to Derrick Henry being able to feast like that. Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins, et cetera, et cetera. But my point is that the team is able to be a lot more cohesive. And so it's just like, you'd feel great about them. You really would. I mean, that offense, I look at that offense and I just think to myself, who's slowing that offense down? I mean, maybe the Bills defense ends up just being really, really, really bad, and that's definitely possible. But I mean, like, you're just looking at that and you're just like, I mean, like, that's scary. That's scary. And I mean, I just don't think we have to now just talk about playoffs right now. But I did see an Orlovsky clip. It was like on like Thursday or Friday, so definitely before they played. And he was just like, this team is so complete. Lamar Jackson obviously is so great. Again, you're getting Derrick Henry just obviously being a monster. The excuses run out for why they, if they don't win this year, right? If they come up short, if they lose, I mean, think about it. If they lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs, how could you defend that? If you lose to the Broncos, the Chargers, if you lose to the Bills, you were on pace to absolutely humiliating them. And if now you lose in the playoffs, it's just like, what? How? If you make it to the Super Bowl and you lose to the Packers, the 49ers, the Rams, I feel like the only team that you could defend would be the Eagles, because you would say, yeah, they have a great team. They already won the Super Bowl. But then you would still be frustrated because you would still be like, how did the Eagles leapfrog us? We say that Lamar Jackson is way better than Jalen Hurts. How the heck did Lamar Jackson, why are the Eagles better at supporting Jalen Hurts than the Ravens are better at supporting Lamar Jackson? But it's just like, I do think they actually do a good job of supporting him, but it's just like, do you do it when it matters most, right? So I'm not going to try to predict how the playoffs are going to unfold, but you are at the point where you're just like, this Ravens team is elite. This Ravens team has bodies. It's got dudes. When you have a guy who can hand the ball off for 18 times and get 9.4 yards per attempt, I mean, my goodness. And again, I criticize the coaching, but at least right now, there's not too glaringly obvious coaching mistakes. I would say that there were in the playoffs, especially 23 and 24, but at least not right now. So I don't know. This was a fascinating game especially when you really look at the numbers. I mean, just the amount of points that they were able to score and the fact that they were barely even in the red zone, the lack of first downs relative, just the sheer number of plays. I think it's 50 plays and they hung 40. I mean, like, they were practically getting a point a play at this point. I mean, like, it's just, I mean, it was devastating. It was devastating. So if you're a Ravens fan, I would actually still feel pretty good. But obviously a tough loss, a heartbreaking loss. Is he getting too much heat for the loss? Is Lamar getting any heat? If Lamar's getting any heat for this loss, I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, I just, that doesn't even make sense to me. It's an indefensible stance. So I can't feel like that's actually like a real take. If people are actually blaming Lamar for this loss, please let me know, and I will look for that clip. But I haven't seen it personally. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens coming up literally a point short against the Bills? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.